We first became involved with the club back in 2008 through an introduction to Eddie Rutherford, the stadium manager, via Derek Lambias, who was at the time the managing director of the club. The club had an ambition to take responsibility for its environmental emissions, and obviously wanted to save cost through their utility contracts. We devised an energy management strategy with some solid goals to achieve the ambitions of the club. That involved initially auditing the three main sites, which is obviously the stadium, training ground and academy. We then put a wish list together of various services and technology upgrades, from optimising boilers, replacing lights with LED technology, with the view to eventually bringing renewable energy sources into the ground via a combined heat and power unit, which is now in situ, and the journey began from there. The strategy was formed, like with most other energy management strategies, is you keep it simple. You purchase your gas and power as effectively as you can, you use as least of it as you possibly can, and then you look to generate as much power as you can. And that's really the basis of the strategy we formed for the club. So we educated the procurement team on how to take advantage of the gas and power markets, which we did very effectively, and that brought massive cost savings to the club. We then, through the auditing and introduction of technology upgrades, we increased the performance of the efficiency efforts dramatically. And the cherry on the cake really is the combined heat and power unit, which is now in situ, which generates a huge amount of electricity for the club, and produces an awful amount of heat now for the club, which has brought a huge amount of cost savings and efficiencies, and of course carbon savings.
The combined heat and power system that was installed here at St James's Park was part of the project that Centrica Business Solutions were involved in. The CHP unit is combined heat and power. It generates heat and power from an engine, and the main source of it, a fuel, is gas. We, as a business, have fully installed a turnkey project. We financed it, so we actually own and operate the system. We sell electricity to the club at a discounted rate against the grid. The CHP unit has saved Newcastle United Football Club £150,000 per annum each year since it's been installed. It's operated for 24,000 hours, generated 4.3 million kilowatt hours of electricity and 4.8 million kilowatt hours of heat. And carbon savings are 390 tonnes per year, which is the equivalent of taking 130 cars off the road each and every year.
Going back 10 years now, the club thought it was an important thing to do to reduce our carbon footprint and our energy levels. Over the last 10 years, we've engaged in a lot of projects, CHP being one of the big ones, along with LED lighting in car parks and multi-storey, having sensors in rooms when people are not in use, they'll go off, and BMUs on boilers. We've done lots and lots of projects. In the training ground we did a borehole, so all the irrigation at our training centre for all the pitches comes from a borehole, saving means water. But again, it's been a very successful project. Within the stadium, over the last 10 years, each year we try and pick a new project. So the Energy Impact will come and see us, and together we'll do an energy audit, and we'll pinpoint areas we think we need to look at. And some can be complicated, where we're trying to reduce electricity in certain areas. Others are quite simple and straightforward. The escalators on the reception areas, if it's not people coming in that day, escalators are turned off. So it can be as simple as just management rather than putting equipment in place. But all them things we've done have had a big impact on what we've done.
We decided what projects to go first based on the return on the investment, simple as that, so that we could realise the savings, bring some cash back into the next project and get that reinvested. So the first major project we decided upon was to optimise the heating system at St James's Park, academy and training ground. The stadium has quite a high heat demand. Things like the undersoil heating on the pitch, creates a big demand on the heating system. So we introduced some technology that optimises the functionality of the boilers, That brought in year one about 22% efficiency in the area, and that realised about it was about £400,000, which we then able to reinvest into other projects like LED lighting, lighting controls, building management system optimisation, general best practices. You know, the creation of a green team is extremely useful. We then some of the other projects that we have to perform is also around legislation and compliance to government schemes around carbon emissions reporting. So schemes like ESOS, which is the Energy Saving Opportunity Scheme, the Carbon Reduction Commitment, are all projects that we've managed for the club. So we bring compliance to those schemes, which is a requirement of the club. The future is to continue with the strategy. Technologies improve as time goes on. We're currently looking at a few projects: voltage optimisation at the stadium, solar at both the academy and training ground, demand side response contracts for the stadium. Take advantage of the self-generation technology we've got there, so we can drive some income from the generation assets, and to continue with the work we've done and maintain the savings that we've achieved. The new reporting schemes that the government launched in April is a big project to go ahead, and generally just continue with the strategy that that's been successful to date.